Hi guys, welcome back to another channel. This is your girl Zaya Grace. Don't mind my mess back there. That is my beautiful closet. Probably not that beautiful. So I'm coming to you guys to show you basically a video on how to do faux lock twist. So stay tuned for this video. You guys, my hair, I did the rice water wash. So basically, you see, and I do part with my fingers. Like I said, my sister-in-law showed me this, so I don't do with combs anymore. But I will go ahead and use a comb just to get the parting right. Just to get the parting. But when if you do use a comb, don't ever brush from up here. Always brush from down and then going up. So that's how you brush. Don't ever brush like up here. It's gonna really break your hair. Brush from down and then go up. See? It makes it easier for you to brush. Then you won't lose too much hair. You see? I didn't even pull out any hair. So the next one, you could do the same thing. I usually love using just my fingers. I don't like using these combs. But if you do, just make sure you go from down up and slowly, just don't yank. So down, starting down and then up. Hey you guys, so sorry, I have my son that's making noise as well. So you're gonna hear him in the background from time to time. He's entertaining me today. So we're gonna go from bottom, but you see with your fingers, you just go see, you just split like that. Easy, huh? And then you move on to the next. So I'm just gonna be doing 7 braids today. So you guys, here I'm just combing it out with my fingers, making sure that everything is combed out. I didn't use the comb because I just didn't want to break too much of my hair, so I just used my fingers. I did have some hair fall out, but not too much. So then here I'm just parting out the front. I'm leaving out the front, and then also I will be leaving out my sides, just so that way I can get that realistic look for my locks. And so I'm going to leave both sides. I measured with my fingers, so pardon me. You can use the comb, or you can use something else to get straight parting. But for me, I just parted with my fingers. So I'm starting my first braid all the way down to the end, and then also my second. So I lied. I did only 6 braids. I didn't do 7. So if you don't know how to braid, just go ahead and get someone to help you braid. But I have been learning how to braid my own hair for a while, so I know how to do my own cornrows, so I don't need anyone to help me with that. But if you do need help, go ahead and get someone to help you do the cornrows. Before, my mom used to be the one to help me, but now I've trained myself to do it myself. Because sometimes it's hard to find someone to always be there and do it for you. So then this is my I think this is my 4th braid that I'm doing here, because then I have 2 more left that I have to do. Yes, so that is my 4th braid, and I'm just combing it out with my fingers again, so that way I can get it nicely and combed. This is my 5th braid that I'm doing, and I speed up everything just because I don't want the video to be that long. It took me an hour and a half to do this, just because it's my first time and because I was stopping and doing other things, such as like cleaning or taking care of my son, or helping the kids with like getting them on the computer to do their school. So that's why it took me a little bit long, but it should take you only about 45 minutes if you know what you're doing. So then this is how I braid the back. I go ahead and just braid it all together. And then I braid the front. I was able to do the front by myself, but I should have probably never braided all the way down, because when I tried to put it in at the end, it kind of stopped me, because then it was hard to get the braids in to the locks. So I did 3 on this side. I should have done 4, but I ended up only doing 3 on this side. And then I did actually I did 4 on that side, and I only did 3 on this side. I should have done 4 on each side, but my parting was off, so I just ended up doing 3 on this side, but it still turned out nice. So then the front, I did leave a little bit of hair, so that way I can be able to just style it the way that I want. I actually had to have my daughter help me on this one, because it was I left out a lot of hair, so she was able to assist me with braiding that. And like I said, don't braid it all the way down, because then you're gonna have difficulties putting it inside the lock once you start crocheting. So I'm just doing the rest. Sorry you guys, my camera, I forgot to move it so that way you guys can see what I was doing on the other side. So if you don't see the other side, it's just the positioning of the camera. I didn't even look at it. I was trying to get through with the braiding process. So I actually ended up moving it so you can see the rest of it. So I used the Janet Locs collection. It was a 1B. It was only $5.99 at the beauty wear Living Colors in here where I live at. So they were having a sale, so I was able to buy that one. So I start from the bottom up, and then I only use about like 6 in each row, and then this is how I did the front. So you put the crochet needle in, and then you pull out your own hair all the way to the bottom, and then you continue to do that until it's all the way in and not visible anymore, where you can see it. And so I continue to the second row, just putting at least 6 in there, spacing it out because I don't want too much locks in my hair. And then if I have any other visible parts, I'll go ahead and cover it again, go back in and cover it. So this method of the way that I did the front, I saw it on YouTube. One of the other channels was showing it, and I really like it. I mean, it did help to do the front like that because it made it look realistic. So I was like, I'm so grateful that I watched that video, so that way I can see how she did the front. But if I'm moving too fast, I mean, you can look for other videos on YouTube that shows you how to do that method. It's really nice, and it does help. But then I'm just continuing doing my second row, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the front. So once I do a row, I do another like 1 or 2 locks in the front. So you see how I'm doing it. I'm just basically going in, pulling out, and then so now what I'm still doing the same thing. See how hard it is to pull it out is because I braided it. I should have just braided the tip, the bottom, and then just left the tip of my own hair, so that way it makes it easier to pull it out. It would have been much easier. It was a little bit hard to do the front because I braided it all the way down. Usually I think you only do that when you're doing the like crochet braids. I think that's the only way you could do that, but this one was kind of hard when I did that. So but again, this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning as I go. So hopefully it turns out good. I mean, it's like I said, it's my first time, so I ended up actually going in and just doing all of them. I didn't even hide my hair yet, because then it would take so long. If I would have just sat there and did one by one by one, it would have took me more than an hour, just because I had other things that I was doing. As a mom, you know, you have a baby, you have kids, and especially with this COVID-19 lockdown and everything, the kids have to go to school online, so I had to take care of them first, before I could finish doing this hair. So that's why it took me an hour. So like I said, normally it should only take you about like 45 minutes to do this. Hopefully, if you know what you're doing, it should take you only about like 45 minutes. So I ended up going in and doing the front. And I really, really liked this hair, like the Janet collection. I really liked it. I mean, I thought it was going to detangle or look really bad, but it looked nice. And this is the end result for me. This is how it ended up looking for me. I did actually like them. I'm not too much on locks, but I did actually like this. So tell me what you think below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And then let me know any other methods that works for you that maybe I can try in the future that would help me to make it much faster or easier for me. But this is how mine turned out, and you know, like I said, it's my first time doing it, so hopefully it turned out really well. Don't judge me, because I'm good at crochet, but I think just this one, since it's my first time, I feel like it turned out good.